Oh, I just dropped in.
What's up, man?
Oh, look, he did make it under the gun.
Look at that dude, man. That's what I'm talking about. Coming in the clutch.
Wow. Cleanup crew. Hey, look at that. He put it in the order that it's supposed to be. All right, so yeah, we got 1, 2, and 3, right? Yeah, we got. All right. Good. How y'all going? How you doing? Good
What's
to see
up,
you,
fellas?
Hey, you guys.
We had a bet to see if you're going to make it.
I won.
Yeah.
If that tells you who had faith in you.
I had zero faith. I was like,
Yeah.
and if he thinks he's dropping in, no.
Denzel Washington.
What's up? How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing in chat? Appreciate you guys stopping by. Thank you very much. Lots of good stuff to talk about. CC, how you been, man? Good?
Good, man. How about you guys? Got stuff
Doing
rolling
good.
in left and right.
Whew. Oh, yeah, man.
The product just keeps coming.
Yeah. It's not stopping.
No. Definitely not.
You guys feeling the squeeze yet?
Not yet.
Space?
It's coming though. It's coming. I'm surviving. The wallet's on intensive care at the moment, but it's still hanging in there.
No, so not life support, right? It's
Right.
Yeah. Well, hello to everybody. I told myself I'll be better at this. King Pope, he's been in here for like a day. He was waiting from the beginning. So shout out to King Pope for coming early, man. I appreciate you. And everybody else that's joining in right now. Of course, all the regulars we got: Boba, Husky Dom, Love of the Game, Omar. Joel,
Creator of one of the most fantastic dials I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. MC just stole right out from underneath me.
Look at that.
Without me knowing. Man, that thing is beautiful.
He sniped you at the last minute?
He did. And not only did he snipe me, but he quietly sniped me by like a whole week. Man, I don't know how he pulled that off. He didn't even mention it. He kept it real quiet. Those under the table deals.
He probably did something shady on you, like, hey, Cece's gonna reach out to you because it's for me, but I don't want him paying for it.
Right.
So just deal with me directly. I'll pay for it because he's gonna try to pay for it.
Right. He's gonna try and send you money through Zelle. Yeah.
Cash App.
Yeah. MC, how you doing, man? How you doing?
Good. Like, it's been a crazy, busy mail week, work week. Thank you. First of all, Boba. Wow. Wow. That box was huge, amazing. Wrestled it out of my kid's hands briefly. Back in his hands. And then I got another box earlier in the week. I know you guys saw what it was, but it was that repaint of Khonshu and Moon Knight and some other goodies from my buddy Dr. Grimlock is King on Instagram. Big guy in the Mythic Legions community. So
Do you have it with you?
Can
you show
I need
it?
like a second. I can write. It's in the other room. I'll be right back.
We'll hold it down. We'll try to hold it down. We'll try to hold it down.
Sawyer's got him.
Yeah, he does. Oof, gosh. So while he's doing that, a little bit of a week, huh? Lots of stuff happening. I got it all prepped and ready for us. While he's doing that, we'll just timestamp this real quick. Hello. Did I lose it? I did. I hate when I tap this thing. It wouldn't even work. Oh, he's back. All right, good. Show it.
Wife's birthday tomorrow. My kid's birthday on Monday. It's like
money.
So this is the Moon Knight. It's hard to see, but anybody that has Marvel Legends knew that this thing was pretty bland. And of course, hard to see on here, but he did glow in the dark eyes. He just really dirtied it up. I have a custom cape to throw on it yet, but he really did a great job with some washes and some dry brushing. But the really impressive one is everybody's favorite giant bird from the series. And this was really, really white. And he really darkened it up, grimed it up, repainted the staff, repainted the head to make it actually look like a dead bird's head. Paige, you have this figure, don't you?
Oh, yes, sir, I do. Yeah, yeah.
So
It's clean.
you know what it what it looks like originally, but yeah, that was from my friend Grimlock is King. And Boba, I'm sorry, I think my kid actually got the diorama hidden underneath his bed right now. So
He's smart. He's not gonna let you come take it out of his room again.
But
So smart.
yeah, it was. Oh man, what a week!
Yeah, lots of stuff. Anything? Any highlights for you guys? Anything big? No.
No, you know, as far as figures go this week, I was really impressed with that third party Bruce. We'll just call him Bruce. That's all I like to call him. But that third party Bruce that I got was pretty sweet, man.
You got
I've been
that
messing
right?
around, I think, a lot.
You got it right by you or no?
I do.
Oh yeah, highlight.
I do. Highlight.
Yeah.
You know,
it's your turn to shine, sir. It's your turn.
One thing I like about this third party stuff. This one's Aton Customs. The small boxes. I'm a box guy, but I really like these little small. I mean, it's easy for storage. There's no waste of space. This thing's really nice, and then it's got this really nice magnetic flap on there. So the box itself, I don't know. Call me old school, but like that told me right there, like this figure is going to be pretty good, or maybe I'm just a mark. That could be. But check this guy out. He said this is Bruce, but check that out.
He looks very emo.
Very, right? So he's got the kind of the eye black face. Yeah. He's got the suit jacket and everything. What I was also pretty impressed with, he's not really made for you to take any of this soft goods off because the suit is sleeveless. So then you don't have to compromise the articulation. So you can see he's, oops.
Oh, so he has the range with the soft goods on.
Even with the soft goods on, because there's no sleeve, it's a sleeveless suit on underneath here. So he looks fantastic as is. But if you're one of those guys that like to kind of strip him down and everything, you're gonna be disappointed because it's not gonna be there. But as far as this look,
he's built like a Ken doll.
Yeah. Really, really good.
Yeah.
Really, really good. So I was impressed with this one. You guys, like I said, I'm not going to name the disappointment that I had earlier, but you guys heard about the one that I got that I did not care for at all. And then it's got the alternate.
Ooh. QC check.
Yeah.
It's good.
One there.
It's good.
Hey, did you learn that trick from Sawyer?
Sawyer taught me really well. But check
biter.
that out.
Somebody's biting.
That's a really good likeness, in my opinion. Really good. Very
so
likely.
you think this will pair up nice when the Batman comes out? You'll be able to.
I think so, and I think he's going to scale just about perfect.
Yeah.
I think he's going to scale just about perfect.
Nice.
Very impressive. So that was my figure for the week for me.
Hey, nice. Good week. Good yesterday, at least, didn't you?
What's that?
Yeah. I actually got to open stuff, which was a lot of fun, man.
Figures?
Yeah. I opened up, yeah. I opened up Side Cutter, and I have him in the pre-pose that I'm working on. I opened up Eddy. I opened up a bunch of stuff, man. It was just fun. Atticus. I had Atticus. This thing is nice, man. I like that thing a lot. They did a good job. I mean, I'm really interested in seeing how the glow in the dark effects work. And all the stuff that I had, I didn't have any QC problems. I know that there was a lot of that going around. I think I watched Joey's video for Side Cutter. You know, Joey Robinson, he had that video where he was kind of explaining.
Joey's a man.
Yeah, he did a good job with that. But when I was looking at it, I bought 3 of them. And I checked them all, and I didn't have any problems. And I was like, oh, okay. So it even made me rethink about, because I bought those Reveltech ball pegs. And I was going to mod one. I still think I am going to do one. But I want to get the double jointed ones. But, man, it was a lot of fun, man, just to open stuff and just enjoy stuff, man. You know.
Can we ask about, I don't know, your special gift yesterday?
Oh, yeah. I'll talk about that, but in vaguely.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's still, there's something still in the works with that. I'm excited about that. We'll talk about that in a second.
Okay.
Oh yeah. But hey, let's start the show. Me. All right, here we go. Hello, everyone. My name is Paige. Welcome to episode 93 of the Hangout, where we give you clear, positive insight into the world of collecting in a very chill and relaxed atmosphere. That's right. No hate. If you're here to hate, you need to leave. You can get out. So we're gonna have some fun tonight. Got a lot of good topics. Something is gonna change on the show because I thought that they were gonna put out the itinerary for Toys Fair today, but they went another route. Got that pre-order today, so we had to switch that one out. So we'll be doing something else for that one. But let's do some screen sharing, right? Because everybody likes to screen share. Nobody's blocked, right? Nobody's blocked.
Not yet.
Yeah. So I was going through some of the comments too. Nobody's blocked. All right. So here we go. So top cons for tonight. Got news and notes, of course. Lord of Tears. I think this is going to be a really interesting conversation because nobody seems to know anything about this. And Toys Fair, you can scratch that off. I was going to do story time, but I want to kind of keep it a little bit shorter tonight. So we'll just go with Ed, and Eddy, and then we'll do figure mods. That's the topic from last week that we didn't get to. Everybody good with that? Good?
Yeah.
Good? All right, cool.
Sounds good.
Really quick. I know that I have been lacking on this, but it's not like I haven't been keeping track. But tonight, don't do this right now. Tonight, there'll be 2 tap-ins tonight. And so if you are not familiar with tap-ins, this is where you're going to see at the bottom. Remember, don't do it right now. I guarantee you somebody's going to do it. It won't count. But tonight, you're going to have 2 tap-ins tonight. And when you see the tap-in banner that goes up, of course, you'll see the scroll across the screen. The first 5 people that comment, they'll be put into the giveaway that's going to be at the end of this month. I don't know what the prize is just yet. I have like 3 or 4 things that I'm looking at, but there will be a prize at the end of the month. And I know that people probably think I forgot over the last month who it is. I don't. Paige never forgets. So I usually have a list, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make like a little, I don't know what you call it, like a little standings list, and that way you'll know who you are and how many entries you have. And that way you know it's not legit and you're not messaging me saying, dude, I had like 10 entries. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Anybody do tap in? Somebody do tap in already? I can guarantee you. I knew it. Fractured. You did it too.
I don't think I'm allowed to, but I still do it. No,
you're not. You get the benefits of the green one. So, that's surprising itself, right? All right.
Oh gosh.
I know, right?
That's Come like tap in prizes.
I know. You know the green room is nice.
Especially since you turned it to the champagne room.
Mm-hmm. There's no 6 in the champagne room. Yeah. Maybe I can win. That's funny. Husky has one. You have one before. And I actually have your stuff. I need to send you pictures. I actually started working on that. So yeah. Plasty's in here. I watched Plasty's. I binged watched Plasty's videos the other day. Anne was asking me, she's like, why are you watching this in Spanish? And I was like, because he does this stuff in Spanish. I was like, most of the time I just watch the videos. But he had a couple of good ones. Oh, we talked about that last week too. He had another one he put up. I'm rambling. Let's get back on track. All right. So first, news and notes. You guys have anything news and noteworthy or?
No, sir.
I have a list. Yeah, so here we go. Let's start off. So, thank you, Toy Paige. So, Alien Concept. This is not the regular Alien. This is the Concept. This was the limited edition. That's going to be charging in the next few weeks. Usually when they say in the next few weeks, that means like 2 or 3 days because that's the way the other ones were. So, make sure you're prepared for that. They should be charging for that pretty soon. You guys have anything for that? No?
No, I'm pretty sure I ordered it though. I'm pretty sure I'll be taking that hit. Yeah.
Well, I think it'll work out for you because this was during the time when nobody really knew what to expect with the seamless body, and they were like another one, and they just saw, and this one sold out first, and then the other one did. So I think that now that you have a better preview of it, you'll kind of be a little bit more cautious with it, and it'll be limited. You guys want to talk about that a little bit later, right? Limited stuff. You guys want to dive into that? No? Moving forward. Conan, so some of this stuff is late, of course, but they did charge for Conan. And trust me, this all ties into something, so just be a little patient. So they're charging, and from what I understand, this is going to be shipping soon. Also, they charged for the booster kit. We have that. And while we're on charging, I guess the internet melted. And everybody seemed to have a lot of issues with this charging thing. So if you're jumping on, you weren't part of Chargeageddon. What happened was they charged, and some people were receiving processing through their bank, and then they would get these emails saying that guess what, your charge didn't go through, and you're like, hey, no, it didn't. You guys took out the money. So there was a big to-do about that. We'll just say that. Did you guys have any trouble?
Mine went smooth, man. Mine was smooth. I watched the video. I went in and updated my stuff ahead of time. Easy peasy. Easy peasy.
Yeah, I had an issue with Side Cutter, like the second release of Side Cutter. I jumped on that, and I had it's first time I've had a charge issue, and not a cheap plug, but literally I watched your video, so I knew what to do right away just to make it painless as possible, and it went through.
Yeah. So yours was with Side Cutter, right?
Yeah, that second release that was like 2 weeks ago, Cory, I think.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the one that was a little weird. It kind of they charged you for $1 initially. That it was kind of a weird thing all across the board.
Yeah, this caused quite a stir, and obviously so, because you don't know if what you're getting charged, if it actually was charged, and then you're getting these emails, and then just like I talked about in the video, they were charging people twice during that day, and so you get the second charge, and obviously you're going to freak out because you're like, wait a minute, I have the money, you already took it out, and this third charge will come and you're probably going to get canceled. So you try to jump in the group, and it's kind of hard because people were panicking, but you're like, just be patient, because obviously your banks got charged. It was just kind of like a glitch with the email, but you know how that goes when you're trying to tell people that it doesn't really go that well. But so you put this post up, and for the most part, it kind of like wore over. But when this happened, I was like, oh man, because you don't want to see anything bad happen, because stuff starts piling up and you start seeing people go, oh, I hate this company. It's the same thing we talked about before, so we'll skip past that. But I was wondering, I know that most of us didn't have any problems with it, but do you think that this could have been handled a different way, by them or just in general? Or do you think that this is an experience to say, hey, maybe I need to handle purchases a different way as a customer? I know that a lot of people think that, and it should be a seamless process. There shouldn't be any problems with it. But I as far as like from your standpoint, would you recommend another way or a different way? Or what do you think?
I mean, as somebody that deals with credit cards on a regular basis, it's an unpredictable system. I know it's something that we've been dealing with for a long time, but anytime you're dealing with that e-commerce, it's I gotta imagine that they probably processed, 1,500 to 2,000 people probably pre-ordered that, if not more. Mm-hmm. And even if at 1% failure rate or 0.5% failure rate, what would you mean? We're looking at 50 people potentially, might have a mistake or something. So, I didn't think it was a big deal. Like I said, I didn't have any issues. If I'd have had an issue, I probably would have been upset. But I want to think I had something similar happen before, where they said they didn't get it, even though they charged me for it, and I just ignored it. Mm-hmm. But I guess because people have had things canceled more often recently, that's probably why they panicked. And this is going to be a big one, right? Yeah. Had it been for anything other than Conan, it probably wouldn't have been as big of a deal. But but I guess it shows you how bad everybody wants this one, right? Like the thought of having this one canceled would have been painful.
Yeah. MC, what do you
got? So I normally use PayPal right away and just pay for 90% of my. I mean, I think I only have 3. I think I talked to you guys about this recently. I think I only have 3 orders that I didn't pay up front for pending. I'm just that person for whatever reason. And I'll continue to use PayPal just because it's, to me, I'd rather I have the money now. And I don't know how to say it. I don't see it being a problem in the future either. Fortunately, healthcare is not going anywhere. Yeah. It's not going away. But, and it's just not, I don't want to come off like an arrogant tool by saying that, but I'm just the kind of person I'd just rather pay for everything up front. Right. And then with Sod Cutter, it said like pay now. It was really weird. Like Cory said, like it was like pay now. So I just actually ran my credit card through, but then it didn't charge for like a week or whatever. And it's like, and then I got the fault. So, but I think with all those fails, I think Mezco probably could have easily put out a tweet or an email or something, like, hey, sorry, there's a glitch in the system or whatever, glitch in the matrix. I think that would have, how long would it have taken to compose a tweet to say our bad or whatever? Yeah. Don't freak out.
Yeah, that's what I mean about handling it differently. I'm wondering sometimes if that stuff is happening, because that seemed like it was auto-generated. You're doing the charge, and if the charge fails, the email's just automatically sent out.
Right.
And so I don't know if and again, it's speculation. I don't know if they have somebody actually watching all of this stuff happening and going, well, this is kind of weird, or monitoring social media and going, hey, there's a problem here. Let me look into it. I don't know what their policy or practices are with that. But I'm sure they have a lot of stuff, that they're trying to handle all at once. They're trying to get ready for Toys Fair. This is processing. They got warehouse stuff. They got a bunch of stuff. What I mean by handling differently is that something that they probably could have done? I mean, you answered it. They could, but if they were aware of it, that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah. Like, did they even know that they were getting fails? Like you said, it could just be automated, fire off that message for.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm sure. And that's why I say email them. It's not to like overload them or bother them, but I always wonder if that's maybe the thing too. If they just have something automated, and if they start seeing 20 or 30 emails, whoa, what's going on? That's why I say email them as soon as something happens. Even if they don't answer you back, that way they can go, hey, there's a problem. Let's look into it. And
the thing that's weird about that is I'm sure that number of failures that they got probably wasn't unusual, because we know they get failed payments, right? Like, so the only way they would know is if, they start comparing, we have this money, even though it said that this account failed, which might take them a little while before they would even get to balancing it without somebody saying something.
Yeah. And when I put that post up, it was because I've been through this, I think 3 or 4 times, where they've taken out money from my bank account, and then I've emailed them and I said, hey, this went through, what was going on? And it was kind of exciting. And it was the same process. And I think the last one that it happened to me with was the Batman. What was it? The Darkest Dawn one? That special one? Mm-hmm. That happened to me. It got nixed. It said, hey, we're canceling it. And then they sent me the second one. See how all this stuff comes around? It's like experience. Yeah. And you're like, okay. So that's why I was like, it's hard to tell people that, because it is, like you said, you got Conan, and we know how hard it was for the first one to get it right. And now if you think that you're going to lose this one, you're like, oh crap, I'm going to lose this one too. So I get it. But it's just trying to like communicate to people, okay, well, look at it this way and say, okay, if it got processed, that means it did get processed. Maybe there was some kind of error. So I'm hoping that maybe they look at that and say, okay, let's kind of keep an eye, maybe if there's an uptick during these kinds of parts. But that's what I mean by handling differently. All the onus I know shouldn't be put on the customer. Somebody made a good point about that too. They were like, well, why should I have to worry about all of these things? I got to worry about inputting every time we're doing this. And I totally get that. I think I said something like, well, I said sometimes if you want something, you got to put a little extra work in. But I also understand the point of somebody saying I shouldn't have to jump through a lot of hoops. And so that's what I was trying to get with the whole, well, what are some things not only that you could do if this happens, but they can do as well. I think monitoring that would definitely help if they saw like an uptick. Yeah, I don't know if they saw it or not, but you know what I mean. Did we beat it into the ground? No. It's just trying to help. Just trying to help people.
Yeah.
Did you see this or no? No, you didn't because it's not screen sharing page. You got to screen share. I'm trying to like flip it back and forth so it's not on people's faces and so I think we'll all move down to the bottom, right? Yeah, let's do some comments here. Late to the party, trust the game. I have a problem every time. Yeah, if I had a problem every time, then I would probably look at something else. I would use the PayPal method. I've had PayPal method fail too with me when I've gone to check out at the end, and it just doesn't. You know how you auto directs you?
Yeah,
I've had that too, but it seems like it's been a lot better now. And I use PayPal in 4. I've been trying to use that more in the new year, so it's like I paid for it and I don't have to worry about it in the end. So.
I mean, their checkout system has, improved quite a bit. Everybody got to remember the kind of the circle of death when you be trying to clack out and it would just spin. And you're like, man, did it go through? Did it not go through? Do I have it? Do I not have it? Am I good? Do I need to try buy another? What's going on? Do I refresh my page? Do I leave it alone? There was a lot of panic back in the old days.
Yeah. And one thing I do notice about this stuff a lot of times, and it's why I keep track of it. And somebody will say, "Oh, you're just trying to go back for them." No, it's like you put things in perspective. Somebody was saying something about how Nosferatu, when it was midnight, so obviously that's a different scenario, and that was probably one of these automated set it and forget it, and it crashed. And I can imagine some IT person or whoever's doing the web stuff gets a call, dude, it's not working. He's like, what? He's got to jump in the cab, drive all the way there. And so it's like there's some special considerations and stuff like that. I mean, should you do a little bit extra because maybe it's a certain circumstance? Maybe, possibly, but like I remember Nosferatu that did down, and then all of a sudden these comments come up. It's like, oh, the website shit. I hate these, all the same shit that we keep going over with. But it's like, and then I was looking at this and I go, oh my gosh. And I, stat track that stuff. And I was like, that there was, I think there was like 11 pre-orders before this where there was no problems. Everybody was like, oh, it's great. They fixed it. And then what happens? You hit the speed bump and it's Cartageddon. And it's the same thing with this. It's like, yeah, I get it. It's a shitty situation. Trust me. It sucks. But there was a bunch of pre-orders and charges minus the little variables that people have, for different reasons. But overall, they haven't had a big charge fail since this, And I know it's been a couple before that. So I get it. It's a process, and they could probably look into and fix, but you got to also take into consideration as a whole. You know what I mean? Has this been happening every single time? No.
I think there's a solar flare the night of Nosferatu.
Yeah, I think that was just a set it and forget it. They were just like, yeah, it'll be fine. Who's gonna stay up till midnight and order that thing? Yeah. And then everybody was doing it. So
yeah, that was a hot release. That was a hot release.
Cory, you had no issues though, didn't you? If I remember right, you were in and out. You were like one of the few that
once it finally got going. Yeah, I got in and out once it finally got going. But that was it took like almost 20 minutes, I think, for it kind of like got up. Everybody, maybe it's because everybody was starting to give up, and then as it thinned the herd down a little bit, I got in and got out. It was.
Yeah.
Once you got in, it was no problem.
Yeah, you ordered like 6 of them though, so that was probably the problem.
2 per account. I ordered 2 per account.
3 laptops and an iPad going at the same time.
Yeah. And yeah, this is so. I don't think that he doesn't care. I think it's just like anything. I think it's a business, and you hire people to perform certain jobs.
Yeah.
So you can do other things. Is the president of the United States, is he worrying about, state and local government? No. That's why you have those things. You get people that take care of those little things. And so when something like this happens, I don't think he doesn't care about it. Obviously, it's his business. He's gonna care. I'd be pissed.
He's not getting money.
Yeah. I'd
Didn't
be
he
pissed.
mention, or am I thinking of something else where they said they got a new IT group or something to handle the billing better? Something that I don't understand with like coding or something. Wasn't that said in the interview? I mean, I could be wrong, thinking of something else, but
When we were talking about that, he said that the system that they use is based off of another system. So it's not any of the stuff that you think like that works with like Amazon or these bigger companies. Those big companies, they pay top dollar because they handle huge transactions, And I think he even broke down a stat about how many transactions within a second that they are able to process whatever that system is. And so, I don't know. It's all speculation, but you gotta wonder, they probably just pay for extra bandwidth during those peak times? Do you need something like an Amazon purchasing system, 30 days, and that one day that you're doing a pre-order or 2 days that you're doing pre-orders where you might have an influx? Do you really need to spend all the money on that system for that 1 or 2 times?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a smaller business, so you got to save money somewhere.
Yeah.
And
It's
so
expensive too.
Bandwidth is expensive. Paying for extra bandwidth.
Yeah.
Even those
It's
programs,
expensive.
Amazon's, I'm sure, is proprietary, so it's not like you can just piggyback off of theirs or buy a bootleg copy like it's Windows 95 and throw it in his computer with the key.
Yeah. I've seen some people also say stuff like, well, this company uses this and they don't ever have a problem. And but then again, you know me, I'm a variables person. You have to like look at other things. Does that company do the numbers that this company's doing? Or the amount of, or are they handling, the same amount of inventory? Their inventory might have preset a number in their inventory, and it's also got to calculate how much of the inventory is being taken away while doing the pricing, all of that stuff instantaneously, because you know how people want it. Click, 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 give it to me now. You want it like that. And so there's a bunch of working parts, and so I mean, yeah, you can make the argument and say, well, if you're going to lose business and you need to update the system, but there's other things that are involved. Are you going to pay for a Ferrari when you're driving to work? 5 days out of the week or something like that.
If the escort's still getting you there?
Yeah.
What's her
name? Let's see here. What kind of thing? Since they've greatly improved now. Yeah. And like I'm speaking from a whole like totality timeline. I remember, like you said, when you clicked that and you got the screen and you were just wondering if your order went over.
Yeah.
Does that mean that there can't be improvements? No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I remember it was a lot worse. So I've seen the progress throughout all of this. Yeah, there's hiccups, but I don't know. I can't tell you one time that I can't tell you that every time I've ordered from Amazon, it's gone flawless. There's been times when there's been hiccups and that stuff happens, but I wish I had it. It's in my phone, but I tried all that stuff. I go, this is the last time we had it. This will be reset to 0. But before this, you can go and you can look, and there's probably at least like 5 or 6 of those
days without incident. One of those type of calendars.
Yeah, you've seen it. You can go on the thing. Have you seen the comments? It's always like in and out, quick, easy. That was easy.
Yeah.
But like a lot of times we're so focused on just one time that you strike out and it messes everything up. And I get it. Like I said, it's totally understandable because it's a freak out situation. You're like, oh shit, I'm gonna lose my figure. I'm gonna lose my money. So I get it, but sometimes you just take a little step back, breathe, look at the situation, and kind of like let some stuff come in there. And I'm pretty sure I was trying to tell people that too. I'm pretty sure if they know that something's messing up, They're going to be like, hey, let's look at some of this stuff and figure out what's going on. Let's not try to penalize people right off the bat.
Yeah.
Completely changing their credit card system, their security certification. Yeah, that's why I put that video out, man. I had a couple people message me going, how do I fix this? I was like, oh man, there's a video on it. It's like, did you watch it? No, I didn't watch it. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, but let's get off this bad stuff. Oh, I will tell you this for this be prepared.
Scar.
Yeah, this goes into this too. So if are these charging problems, finding a better way to maybe get prepared for these things that are coming up, because I'm telling you, I was looking at stuff right now, and as of today, so Bishop, we've already charged, right? Conan and the booster kit, right? So they sent out for Alien. So hear me out. Alien, Batman, Gotham by Gaslight, Ghost Rider, Superman, Nautilus Crew, 89 Batman, I said it. Halloween, Ultraman, Destro, Snake Eyes, Mr. Freeze, and the Batman. Now, yes, disclaimer, I know that not all these figures may hit the pipe, but these are the figures that are projected to come in the next 3 months. So that's just saying, like, being prepared. Because there's a lot on here.
And Toy Fair.
Yeah, I was going to say that too. Oh, little prediction for you. Watch how many people say when all 3 of these Batmans come out, they're going to be like, is that all they make is Batman? I guarantee you.
Yeah.
All they're putting out is Batman figures. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fun fact for you. Batman only makes up 26% of the line, so they make other figures. Let that go. Next fun fact for you. You know how much all those figures will cost? Let's say, I know not everybody's going to get them, but let's say all those figures, you know how much it is? $1,700. I'm sorry, $1,724. And like you said, on top of the stuff that's going to come at Toy Fair.
Yeah.
So.
MC's got 6 of each. What's that, 10 grand?
Oh, I know, man. Like, what about people who bought, like, multiples of the Nautilus Crew?
Yeah.
My PayPal paying 4 is insane. 2,500 a pop.
How many times can you use that? Can you use it once until it's paid off, and then you can use it again, or can you use it on multiple purchases?
You can use it on multiple purchases. I don't know if there's a limit, a dollar amount.
That's insane. Yeah. So Toy Fair's coming up too. So you got all these releases. Toy Fair's coming up too. I know we said like multiple exclusives. I think that there's going to be 2, possibly 3. So that's what this is for. Be prepared. Have your shit in order. However you're going to do it. Even if a couple of these drop. All right. Enough beating that horse. Everything you just said is what's coming. Makes it odd that they don't solicit a relatively unknown character. Yes, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. Because that's a good point. Let's highlight that. And we'll come back to that. Because that is a good point. We talked about that a little bit too. Moving on. This is still up. Originally, they said that they were going to close it out on the 26th, which is tomorrow. And then they sent out something that said they was going to close the 25th. And as of right now, you don't want to give people bad information, right? So when I checked it before the show, it was still up for pre-order. So, yep, it's still up right now. So we can go back and we can get like 10 sets. I feel comfortable because I've given people a chance to buy this.
Paying for it?
Exactly, yeah. You pay for it.
Now you know there's no limit.
Yeah. I still think that there's something that happened with this. Like, it's going to come out and it'll be, I don't think it's going to be as bad as everybody says it's going to be. So thank you, Ricky.
As far as wait time?
I don't know. I think it'd be cool if they did release it this year. I'm talking about like the figures.
Oh.
I think the figures, they'll have more range than people are talking about. And of course, with the line, it looks better in hand. And Once people start getting it, I think people are gonna be like, but it was so expensive. But then they'll pay aftermarket for it. It's a vicious cycle. So.
Part it out.
Yeah, hopefully not. You know what? I'll be the mark for that, and I'll say if somebody sells depending on who it is, if they sell trench coats, I buy them. I'd buy like a couple more, like 2 more.
Oh, that's what they should do next, right? Have like a turtle expansion set or something, to like kind of like they did the Barbarian. What do they call that? The Barbarian Builder, the turtle builder set. That'd be all in on it.
Make it. So this drops tomorrow. You guys gonna watch it? Trailer for tomorrow?
Yeah, it's like watching Titanic go down.
Yeah, it's weird to watch this stuff and know that you're like the characters are gonna be done after this. I think Jason Momoa. I think he was in talks to stay, but then you're looking at it. They're like, Henry Cavill, and Ben Affleck. I was like, oh man, that sucks. But anyway.
I enjoyed Black Adam so much that I don't know. I'll have a hard time supporting this one.
Oh yeah. It's not gonna happen.
Right. It's that's kind of dead to me now. So I don't know. I'm having a hard time watching it because I was really looking forward to seeing where Black Adam went, but apparently I was in the minority on that one.
I actually rewatched it again and it grew on me a little bit. I always like it's sometimes it's like sometimes it's how some actors get typecast. Sometimes I feel like that about The Rock. Like it's always the same. It's not bad. Nicholson does the same stuff, and you know what I mean. But there's sometimes I like look at it and I go, but I know what I'm going to get out of it. It was an action-packed movie, and so people putting them in order. I gotta get to a talking point where we can all interact. I'm sorry, I was trying to go through this. 112-day winners. Congratulations to everybody that won. Boba, congratulations, sir. That's some good. Any of these stick out to you guys? Like, do you guys have a favorite out of all these, or no?
I don't want to. Boba, of course. His was phenomenal. His was like the first photo I take.
I gave him 2 seconds, so I got to give everybody else 2 seconds. To be fair, I was just pissed I didn't win. Just kidding.
That's all I got to say about that. So
yeah, it's rigged.
Cory, did you submit?
I did not.
Wait, you retired champion?
He wanted to give everybody else a chance.
He retired as the champion?
Yeah, I figured I might as well quit on top. No need to steal the thunder from anybody else.
Any of these that you guys like this? There's I can't remember his name. He's in our group, and he was like, "Hey, I won." It's really cool to see people like, because they're excited. I'm wondering if they're gonna get Death Adder. I thought this was cool.
Yeah, I like that Batman shot with the bat symbol, the light. Yeah, that one.
By YouTube. Yeah, this is cool.
And they're all good shots. They're all good shots, I think, but there are just a couple that I really liked more.
Yeah, I mean, you got to figure that shot, but the one where he even built the dial to put in there is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive.
I sniped that from him too before you got a chance.
You did.
I saw the sparkle in your eye about it. And I messaged him, "Hey, don't sell to Cory. I got it."
Right.
Well, the cool thing about it is you don't, it's random. I mean, it's random that they chose who they had, but it's cool because not everybody feels like they're gonna get ousted by a top photographer. You know what I mean? Like you actually feel like you have a chance. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
So you're saying I got a chance?
Yeah. So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah.
This was something that came up, and we got charged for this, but then also it's actually starting to show up in people's hands. I've seen a couple of retailers say that they have this as well. But Bishop, And these images that I'm showing you right now, excuse me while I take you down so I can
Love the
do.
box art.
Oh yeah, dude. I
Another
love when they
T-shirt
do this.
opportunity.
Yes, sir.
I would buy that T-shirt.
These photos are brought to you by Greg Rosenberg. He's on Instagram. Please make sure you go check out his stuff. He had these and he was actually showcasing some of the photos out of box. I know we've seen a lot of box pictures, and that's really cool because it does have really good art, but you know, everybody wants the money shot, and this is what you get. So thank you for showing us this stuff
Following
as we
him
go.
right now.
That's right. It's foreplay. You got to tease it. See how he teased it? Got to, you know. And then bam, there you go.
Looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
They gave the instructions. Have you noticed the instructions for each one of these figures have gotten more detailed?
Yes.
It's almost like they're saying, yeah, this is the way you do this, and like they're trying to cut down on the returns and stuff because somebody like does something, you know, or you know what I mean? Like,
Right. Right.
oh, he got a little black stinkle too. All right, here we go. Some good talking stuff. Let's see. Go through the comments really quick. See, I'm trying to balance this stuff. No, there's no tapping yet. Be patient. Be patient. You got to get people through the boring PowerPoint stuff first, and then you give them a reward. So, Owlman, Lord of Tears, the Owlman, that went up for pre-order today. Are you guys familiar with this at all?
I am not. I am not familiar with the source material. Granted, I am not the biggest horror movie junkie either. I'm a little bit of a scaredy cat, in all honesty. I just recently kind of started watching more horror type movies. Like I was in my younger days. No. My imagination has always been a little too active.
No nightmares.
Yeah. No.
So was it whenever it was revealed? You know, I Googled it like a lot of people were in the groups, and I watched the movie like that weekend. I think it was free on YouTube. It probably still is. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
I remember talking to you, like you and I were talking about it, Paige. You're like, what, you know, I haven't seen it before. I'm like, I'm going to check it out. And then you're like, did you like it? And I'm like, it was interesting. Like, I know it's not my typical movie either.
Mm-hmm.
But I watched it. So
yeah.
Can you give us a brief synopsis? What are we in for here?
Oh, yes, I can, sir. Yeah. So the way I was introduced to this was a Living Dead doll property before, and they had this. And so when I knew about this before, but when they teased it, I looked it up. And so the movie is basically, without spoiling it for anybody, the movie, it's not your typical high production movie. This is the director and creator of this character. His name's Laurie Brewster. He actually kickstarted this whole movie, so he paid for everything. And he's a very interesting individual because I think he's pretty rare in the sense that he keeps the higher production stuff out of it, so he has a little bit more creative control to showcase his story and his vision and what he wants to do. And so this movie was, you know, his baby, and it's been through some film festivals. There are people that might look at it and say this is kind of B movie-ish, and they don't want to watch it. I thought it was interesting because there was some talking points in it and some storylines that I was like, oh crap. But that's just me. You know, I don't try to look at something for flaws. I look at something and say, what do I like about this? What's the experience I'm having from this? But it was a Living Dead doll. Now it's going to be offered, obviously, in 112 form. So the Lord of Tears, the movie, a little brief synopsis is a gentleman, he's having these nightmares. Just horrible PTSD. And so what he does is, in order to kind of like get resolution for it or trying to figure out how he's feeling about everything or what he's going through. He goes back to his childhood home where he lived, and then there's just a bunch of stuff. This character's in there, and it's kind of like one of those Freddy characters. You get like a brief, I don't know, runtime maybe of like 8 minutes, but it's those impactful, image burning kind of things. And there's a female that's in this movie, and for me personally, she stole the show at the end. Really, I should be flipping through this while I'm talking. Her.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Her
See, I'm out.
performance.
That's a little too scary for me. I'm out.
I'll move on.
I'm out. Yeah.
This is the gentleman. Yeah. This is a gentleman right here. He's
It's intense.
So he's going through some stuff. So
MC when he got caught in the shower?
No.
Yeah. I keep forgetting his last name. I know his first name is James. I think it's Finlay. Finlay? Yeah, James Finlay. So he's the person that's going back to the home, and he's just trying to figure it out. And like I said, you're going to get this kind of, that's what I mean. There's this imagery. And her performance, I won't keep it on so I don't scare you, MC.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, her performance at the end is probably one of the highlights of the thing. Of course, the character, it's very different. It's obscure. People may not understand it or even agree with it as a offering from the company. But I think what happened with this was inside story part of this. Mez reached out to Laurie because I guess he saw the film where he knew of its work, and he said, "Hey, I'd like to create a Living Dead doll of this character." And as a director of a horror movie, someone came up to you and said, "Hey, I want to create merchandise off of it." It's pretty flattering. So I guess he took the opportunity, and now you know how Mezco likes to go back and revisit. I guess he went back to this and said, "Hey, let's do this in 112 form." So stopping it right there, what do you guys think?
So, I said I'm not a big horror guy. There's been a few other releases that I initially passed on. Theo being one of them. I got side caught her on the second release, but I passed on the first go round because it's not really my thing. However, what always seems to be the trend, right, is when you see the photos that people take and the images they create, then you see the possibilities, and then you want in. This is a regular release, which I like. And even though horror's not my thing, I'm still going to go ahead and pre-order one, honestly. Because I know the photos they're going to be fantastic. Bobo's going to get one of these, and he'll build a dio for it. And it'll be some creepy house like you just saw there in the room that you set up. He'd be like, "Good Lord, I need one of those. I need one of those."
Yeah. Yeah, this is actually, he does look like that scene from The Sixth Sense in the beginning. MC, what do you got?
I'm going to buy that dio from Boba because Cory wants it. So I ordered one already.
Hopefully they don't make her.
I hope they do make her.
I think it would make good shots with Atticus Doom, Constantine. I just, there's not a lot of, there's not a ton of accessories there, I guess. And I know Cory, I know Cory likes accessories. But I really like that, what is it? Like the pedestal, that altar that they have. I thought that was really well done.
With the keys.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that you can do with this figure that would, shot wise, it would look really good. I think it's.
So obviously, I'm gonna get this.
No.
Yeah, I was on the fence for like 5 seconds, but yeah, I'll get this. But I like it because it's an homage to the character and to what they did before. I think the character is interesting, but like I started looking at it in different ways. I was talking to a friend of mine. He said the same thing. I wanted to use it for more of like a complementary character, like you said, with Constantine, Atticus, Solomon Kane's coming out. I don't know
Mhm.
how these hands and arms are going to be. Let me go through that really quick. I shouldn't do tap-ins when I'm talking. But,
You going 5?
yeah, I got 5.
You got
Well,
first 5 done. You got first
yeah,
5.
yeah. So let's pause this for a second.
6,
Talk for a second and let me
7,
just get these
8.
people real quick. Yeah. So
You got
you did buy, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
PayPal.
Yeah. You did PayPal and for? I'm
No,
trying
I
to
just
stall so I
straight
can
up
write them
PayPal.
down.
Just
You
straight up.
did straight up PayPal?
Yeah, I don't PayPal for a ton unless it's like Ninja Turtles. Like if it's, no, I'm not taking a $400 hit right off the backs. Never know, I might
Right.
wind up in Ybor City or something crazy like that. We'll show you that when you come down, Cory.
I look forward to it.
Almost done. Note to self: don't do this when you're
Plastic.
talking. Don't do this when you're talking. And then Plasty, right? Did Plasty get it at the
Yeah,
end?
Plasty just said he was going to pass on it, but his finger slipped.
It did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Damn
figured
finger.
he would do it. I was like, this is something. All right, so there we go. We got it, right?
Must have triple tapped that finger because you got a few screens to bounce through. But I understand, maybe a little
1, 2,
tremor.
3, 4, 5. Congratulations to the first 5. There will be one more tap in. Paige, write this down. See how I do this? I'm trying to like make a thing. So yeah, I think it's an homage to the character. I don't think this is for everybody. It's a niche character, but it does bring up a great conversation because it's always interesting when people will say, well, why did they choose this offering? Why isn't this maybe an exclusive? And that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about because I don't think that because it's a niche character, you're really missing out on anything. Do you know what I mean? It's something. It's something to the fact where if they put it out and it was a regular release and it's not an exclusive, it's like we talked about before with those character slots. Are you really missing anything? Does it really hurt anything? Especially with what we talked about in the beginning of the show, all these releases come out. Do you really want something piled on another figure? So what do you guys think?
Right. Yeah, I gotta imagine that like somebody mentioned earlier about with everything that you had named, all the the bangers that are coming, why something so obscure? But honestly, it's probably the best time for something like that, right? Like for those that aren't interested, they kind of did you a favor, right? It's not one of those things that's a must-have for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
If you pass on it, you're obviously more than welcome to pass on it, right?
Right.
It's completely up to you, and it's you got a pre-order window, so you got a month to think about it. No, it's no rush, no fuss, right? It's easy, painless.
Yeah. So this is $100, and I'm sorry. Actually, I'm gonna get you a whole second. So it's $100. You can read the product description. I think one thing that a lot of people we lost it. I'll come back to it.
I can't wait to see the sculpt on the owl. Can you imagine the details going to end up crammed in there? The texture, I bet it's going to end up being pretty ridiculous.
The Living Dead doll that they had, I've seen it. I don't have it, but I saw it, and it was very well detailed. But it's on the older bodies that they had before. It's a bigger one, but I thought it was interesting. I looked at the character thinking of more of like what other options can I do with this character, and I wasn't, obviously it's just to justify the purchase, but
More time.
but
Yeah.
no, I didn't do that. I actually went moderate on this one.
Just
The
6.
whole, yeah, there wasn't a limit, so hey, why not, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. But somebody messaged me and said they were like they asked it, hey, do you think this is gonna be rare? And I was saying, well, I said if it becomes rare, it'll probably be due to the fact because not a lot of people are buying it. Like you said, people are gonna like pass on this until maybe it actually gets in hand. But it was still up for pre-order, and I said, but it's really niche, and I think it's going to be a little bit difficult for people to wrap their head around. So little plug. Before this happened, and I knew that they were doing this reveal, the director and the creator, I actually did a hangout with them. The thing is, it's an older Hangout, and so it's on IG Live. And so I am currently screen recording that so I can put it on Instagram. So the quality is not going to be that great. It's not like here. And also, this was earlier in my budding career. I like the little head there, James Findlay. But yeah, like you said, CC, look, details. Oh, you can't see that, can you? Oh, yeah, you can.
Yeah, so I bet it's going to look terrific.
So I did this hangout with him, and we talked a little bit about this character. I'll get back to that. Right to the one that you want, CC. You got to see her before this.
Yeah.
Very beautiful, very talented girl. But I did
Women
this.
by nature are terrifying.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, but that's also the contrast to this. Like when you see her earlier, you know, and she has this kind of like 40s to 50s kind of like personality to her, you know. So it's like pure, but then later on, as you saw by the picture, not trying to ruin it, but it's really weird. But she does a fantastic performance. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So I did this, and I did this hangout with him. He talked about this character. He talked about the movie. He talked about what he went through, his other movies. It's very interesting. He's a very interesting and very eccentric guy. He's very accomplished as well. I can't imagine putting out the amount of movies he has and funding that. I'll make sure that I screen record that and I'll put that up. And that way, maybe that'll shed some light on this character as well as the creator and what they do. I think he has another movie that he's putting out right now. And again, like I said, it's a Kickstarter. So he's doing all of this stuff. He hires his friends, you know, as actors and people that he respects and actors that he's run into through other connections. And so they have this like little bond all together. I don't know. There's just certain things I looked at that just kind of like attracted me to this whole thing. It wasn't like some big budget production. It's him doing stuff with his friends and he's doing what he likes. So see these hands? I don't know, the pegs. If they're that high up, I don't know if you're going to be able to, well, maybe, right? Be right there.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll be able to put regular hands. I don't know if you have a elongated if you had like an elongated arm like that. No, that's a regular arm. What do you think? Not too long.
I think the pants are a little high waisted, honestly.
That's how they wore them back in the day. I can imagine some of the.
In the movie, was this kind of an oversized character? Did you ever really get any sense of scale?
Yes, very tall, very imposing, and he has these. There's also some funny videos where this character just roams around in New York, and you're just sitting there thinking, "Man, I hope he doesn't get shot," you know, because it's this, and it would be like one of those things. You know how the clowns are popping out?
Yeah,
it's kind of like one of those things. But they did that. I don't know. I don't remember if that was part of a marketing ploy by them, but to do the film. This is one of the things that stuck out to me, the altar.
Yeah. I got like a Slender Man kind of vibe to him, Cory, like for size, like in the film. Like did you ever watch that or you familiar with Slender Man?
I am familiar with Slender Man.
That's like kind of how I felt he was in the movie, you know, like not saying that they took the character and made it like that. I'm just saying it like just like the size kind of like I'm like that's kind of
we're talking like almost a 7 foot tall type character.
Yeah, he's very tall, very imposing, and like I said, he just has these scenes. It's kind of like Freddy in the Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one, but they're very integral to the story. But then that character's presence it's there. He has a scary voice and everything else too.
I really want to try the movie, but I'll probably have to wait till like daylight. And maybe when I got a house full of people, you know, when things are at least frightening, I'll give it a go.
Birthday party.
You have to do a watch party. We should do an Owlman watch party.
Yeah, it's I watched it I was watching it, and Anne came in and she was like, "What is this?" Because she came in halfway through, but she sat down and watched it, and she couldn't get into it.
Yeah.
I think that that's the overall theme with this. The movie, it's I don't know if I could say that it's grown on me, but because I had an initial respect for it from the beginning. But you know how some people watch Rocky Horror Picture Show and they go, "What the hell is this?" And then
Yeah.
they're going to these movie parties and singing all the songs and dressing like the characters. This is like one of those. This is like one of those cult things, and there's company ties to this, so I see why they did it. But I can also understand why people would look at this and go, "What the heck is this?" Even though we got it revealed at MezcoCon and people knew we were coming, you know. I don't know if people maybe thought that this was going to be one of those offerings that they did like Robin Hood or some of the other stuff where they just said nah, let Black Widow, when they're like nah, I guess we're not going to do it. I'm still wondering if they're going to do Black Widow on the when they get the female body, or is it too late for that?
Seamless.
Too late.
I know for a fact MC would always take a seamless Black Widow.
Yeah.
ScarJo.
Yeah, buddy.
So Plasty and I, like Plasty mentioned it, but I want a Court of Owls. Like you can do a little custom Court of Owls with this figure.
Somebody had another suggestion I saw in the group. I can't remember the character. Oh God. I think it was it the Scarecrow? Was it Scarecrow?
Maybe. I could see that.
I'm wondering if the head would come off.
You mean like did they make it like Alien?
Yeah, like if this just popped off and you could pop a head on it, because their arms. I think one of the things that people mentioned that it was light on accessories. That was one thing that I saw that people had mentioned. If you've seen the movie, and like I said, with the time that the character was given, I can't really think of a lot it would came with. You know, I think that this was pretty appropriate. If you would have asked me if we would have got this head, I wouldn't have thought we would have got the head. Maybe the skull, the altar, and these, but the blood effects are cool for later on if you want to use it for any of those characters like Death Dealer or Wolverine. I don't know where those are attached to his hand. So I don't know. It's again me just justifying the purchase to myself. So,
You're very convincing.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. But yeah. So if you're interested, I'll make sure I put the link in the description. I put it, I think, in the one in the group. Not everybody sees that, but the movie company, they have their own YouTube channel. It is on for free. It's Hex Channel. Like I said, I'll put the link in there. Laurie Brewster is the director, and you can watch that for free. Again, not I'm not saying that the movie or the figure is bad. I just think that this kind of character and movie catered to a specific set of people, and I don't think a lot of people are going to understand it. And it's a shame, because of the other stuff that goes along with it. But not everybody has the same taste or sees things the same way. So
it's looking into my soul.
that's what Plasty said. Plasty said he could see his in an eye. So I don't want to be dissing around because but you guys already said what you had for it. It's just you grabbed it and nothing else. No.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing what people do with it. Now that'll be the biggest surprise to me is when somebody always comes up with some crazy creative, ways to use these figures. And it never ceases to amaze me, the creativity in the group.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple of people I'm interested to see Boba. And then also what's his name? Juan, because of his lighting. I'm really interested in seeing what he does with it.
Would fit his style very well.
Yeah. I'm wondering if he would get it though, because I think he had mentioned that I don't think he was going to get it. So, and I was seeing Plasty's review of it. I wonder if Darius will review it. From the strange and obscure. Oh, just so everyone knows, the title of this was supposed to be, Countdown to the Fair, because I thought they were going to do the itinerary. I think I already said that. So I would have themed it a little bit more off of the Owlman. Did you guys bring your figures? Let's play. Playtime.
Yeah.
So this Eddy, I got it. You guys got it, right?
Yeah.
I'm just opening it with you guys right now.
You talk about accessories.
Oh yeah. So I know we chatted about it, but nobody thinks it's strange that the dog's name is Bella and it's a male.
I tried finding the. You had mentioned it to me earlier. When Mezco did the promo for this, there was a shot where Bella was peeing on a fire hydrant, and the character in there commented, and I can't find that shot. I wish I could find. I looked on Mezco's Instagram because I could have swore that was on there, but I could not find that picture.
I have it somewhere. If you keep talking, I'll look for it.
Yeah, it was. I can't be the only one that remembers that shot. I remember it very vividly.
Was it in the video?
I don't think it was a video. I'm pretty sure it was a still shot. And Bella was urinating on a fire hydrant.
I remember it. And he's like, yeah, what about it or something?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe it was a video.
Bella or something. And
maybe it was a video. Was it another? Did they do a stop motion for Eddy? I don't remember.
He was in the Pink Skulls video for the encore.
Yeah, he was trucking. He was like walking down the hallway and stuff.
The diamonds.
Mm-hmm. So did you guys bring yours or you got it?
I can't. You guys know what I'd like. Mine's Sawyer's gift.
Oh,
first birthday.
Yeah.
So it's.
Well, we can share virtually then.
Yeah. Let me grab my box. Hold on. I'll be right back. I got mine.
I wanted to check mine because a guy told me, did I take him out? Oh, he unplugged himself. Oh, no, he didn't. It's right there. I wanted to take mine out because a guy told me that his head on one of his, he said that the teeth or something like that weren't painted, so he had to just paint them himself.
I inspected mine. It does look
like
he disappeared.
The shoebox for Eddy was kind of the perfect touch, wasn't it?
Yes.
Are we going to get flagged?
You're going to get flagged. You're showing dog dong.
It's got a little gold chain and a pink collar. See? I like that.
The little skull.
You see it? Oh, yeah, if I'm doing it right. Lighting's bad. Do you think Yeah, the bog art was really good.
What was your favorite parts of Eddy so far?
I just opened them with you guys.
This is your first experience with them?
I was waiting for you guys.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I'm gonna do this when I hang out with these guys. I am glad that my teeth are okay. I am glad that I didn't take one of the extra Pink Skulls deviant heads like I was going to do and paint it blue. That would have been a waste.
Will it fit?
Oh yeah. I wanted. You remember how Eddy came? You remember how Eddy came with this face? Yeah. And I wanted him to have this face. This is before they had all that stuff. So I was like, I'm gonna buy a deviant head and I'll just paint it blue. And I'm glad I didn't. I just had more black ones. So. What did it say? Maybe it resulted in too offensive and hydrated. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think, like I said, if you cover for me for a little bit, I know I have it somewhere. I know.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be Paige if I didn't.
I sure remember it because I remember it being funny.
Yeah, I have it.
I can handle the humor. I might not be able to handle the scary movies, but I can deal with the humor. It's a little more my style.
I was happy to see Rachel Bachel got hers. She's really become a little Mezco collector lately, and I blame Cory Christopher. for that, but
you'd be so wrong.
feeding her addiction. But she was
I'm
really
not the enabler of the three of us.
she was really happy about that one, and she, like, it's nice to see that she's getting into it and really enjoying it and singing the praises about the furry accessory.
I just like seeing people enjoy whatever it is they have, man.
Yeah.
There's just too many instances where like we've talked about before, you'll get on and somebody's saying that they enjoy something, and then somebody just comes up from behind and it's just like, yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Her and Minnie's were talking in the group about how they both need the adult size onesies now.
The bear suit. Yeah.
So it's nice seeing a little banter like that back and forth in the group, of just having fun. And
how hard is it to get the pants off of these guys?
These are the pleather pants. Yeah, they're a little bit rough.
Yeah.
I
really want some rock revival jeans for my guy. He just screams rock revival jeans for me.
Some Jinkos.
Yeah. One of the things that people were talking about were the pegs for the shoes.
Yeah.
These are. I had no trouble. Did you see me just do that? I did that on camera, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With a virgin figure, you didn't warm him up?
No, man.
No hair dryer?
Florida, man. It's always warm.
Hey. Just because it's snowing here right now, you don't have to rub it in.
So everybody was talking about this peg. You know how some of those characters have the one peg that goes through. These pegs aren't compatible. And so they're obviously for the shoes. If you don't have this figure and you're like, what's he talking about? What's he doing? So I'm going to chalk this up as an innovation. So you can swap out these shoes and you can have these high-tech boots. You can tell I was military. Got those high-tech boots you can put on. But people are talking about the pegs because they were different and you can't swap them all out. I think that's a great idea to be able to, if they had universal pegs and you could just be swapping all these different character shoes and stuff like that. But I will say this. I think it's cool that not only they, but I think it's cool that collectors are also feeling a little bit more comfortable with swapping this kind of stuff out. Do you know what I mean? Before, I remember, so if you go back like a year or two before and somebody stripped the clothes off of those figures, they were like, holy crap, what are you doing? And, yeah, man. And now it seems like people are more comfortable. Even the company, I mean, would you have had this before? Where they do interchangeable shoes? And so it's cool to know that they're comfortable, I guess, with the collectors and say, oh, yeah, we'll do this and this is a good feature. But then collectors now are a little bit more comfortable taking this stuff off because now it just gives you more possibilities. Like you strip this off and you put the bear suit on. I remember people were freaking out with Gomez of Death when they had the banana suit and it unzipped and everybody's like, oh, crap, because everything was all stitched in, glued down. Don't try to do any of that stuff, and it was a leap just to take Gordon's coat off, and now they're doing all this kind of stuff. So, I don't know. To me, that's cool, It's like progression. Because normal collectors, not your customizers or guys that want to do that stuff, normal collectors weren't doing that before.
I've always been terrified of it. Like even now, I'm looking at this guy like, man, I'd really like to put some different jeans on him. But the odds of that happening are probably slim to none, as bad as I really want to try it. Because even more scary to me than those movies is the idea of spending this kind of money on a figure and destroying him. That would keep me up at night. That would really keep me up at night.
Yeah,
but how good would he look with some worn jeans, man? I really like it.
Oh, it's over there. I can't do it. I know. I was trying to look at it. I don't like keeping people waiting or anything like that. But yeah, there was that art. It's the graphic art. Do you know what I mean? Like
what's that?
The one you're talking about. It was an advertisement, and the dog was pissing on the hydrant. It was just.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, it was a character drawing, and I can't find it in my folder. But I know which one you're talking about. I was trying to go to their website too.
Yeah. I remember seeing.
Oh yeah, and of
the
course
box art in this box is crazy too. This figure, just all in all, just the whole concept to execution, like everything just makes sense. The gear, the accessories, which there's a ton of, the box art. I even like the idea that it's a shoebox, which just seems appropriate for this figure. Another banger.
I get the same feeling from him that I got from Vapor the first time I opened the original Vapor.
It was like as a street character, like that kind of thing.
Like just so impressive, everything that you get with it. It just screams Eddy, just like Vapor. All of his accessories just screamed, some punk street kid, Yeah. It's well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they
Rock Revival jeans. Somebody hook me up with a pair of custom Rock Revival jeans. I need a pair of those.
Well, if you're feeling brave, you could always take. I'm trying to look through their timeline. I don't see it either. If you're feeling brave, you could always just take one of the pink skulls and use that. Just swap it.
Did you just suggest that I customize 2 figures?
Found it.
I mentioned my fear of 1 figure.
No, you just
I can't sacrifice a pink skull.
No, there's
my luck. I trash them both.
Well, there's that one in the gig from hell that you could just they has the regular jeans, and you could just swap head, right?
I need some Rock Revival jeans though. I need some name brand. You guys ever treated yourself to a pair of custom pants?
No, I have not.
I shouldn't say custom pants, but
No.
I never thought I'd spend that kind of money on jeans, but I love them.
Do they fit well?
What's that?
Do they fit well?
Yeah, man, I love them.
How much are they? I'm so out of the loop.
There you go.
Right there. That's it.
There's the photo. So when was that released?
I thought that was going to be like the box art, honestly.
Oh, man. Come on now. If you're smart, Paige, you would just go through the photos. First time on Mezco's website? That stuck in my head when you said that, Cory. First time on Big Bad? Yeah, first time on Big Bad? See, look, right there. Well, yeah, you could take the jacket off. Look, take the jacket off, put it on there, take the head off. Boom. There you go. It's not maybe the Rock Revival jeans that you need, but is that close or no? No?
It's close. It's
there
close.
You go.
It's not Rock Revival, but it's close.
November 28th, 2022. That seems so long ago.
Hey, Cory.
What's your dog's name? Bella. Ah, look, they did. So, Bella. But your dog's a boy. So.
Cory, I'm going to send you something.
All right.
What is that? What is that? Sneaky bastards.
The devil's in the details.
Yeah. Who's that? Is that Death Adder? No, he's got 2 eyes.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah.
Been a while since I looked at this. You ever see that code that's on the gig from hell?
Blitzkrieg.
There's a CryptoCog code. Not that it really matters, I guess, right now, right? But they had a CryptoCog code on there. So let's go through the chat here. Maybe. No, we found it. Yeah, so I was fortunate enough to see. Why am I reading it out loud? Yeah, I'm wondering how long they're going to keep these mezzets going and stuff too. So.
Got the shoes off.
See? I heard it. I heard the pop.
And it still has a peg. Still has a peg.
Yeah, I was impressed with all the diamonds. I saw a bunch of people showing how many diamonds they had. And I'm like, oh, crap. That'll make a great little Catwoman. You know, because Diabolic. Yeah, Diabolic had one. So all the items are the same in each of them. What is it? The one thing about Eddy is the Mezco.
That was me.
What was it?
Yeah.
I'm doing a show.
Yeah,
there you go.
Oh man.
Yeah. All right. So positive energy and positive thoughts that Minnie's will get her tangerine.
In a
At
3-pack.
no, that's too much.
This is good.
I looked at this total today, man, and I just kept thinking, I was like, man, because they haven't done bundle boxes. I think I was looking at it, and it was kind of like the date wise, it was close, but they didn't have anything for Toys for it. I mean, even though like the Nosferatu was kind of close, but that I don't think they had like an official one. I couldn't find it, and I couldn't find it in my notes. Oh, so two things happened to me this week that really pissed me off. Not pissed me off, but I was just like, "Ugh." So one was, um, you ever do like a I suck at this shit, but this Instagram story or reels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like fumbling around and I'm finally getting it done. And then up at the top of those little icons, and you click them to do your music and type and stuff like that. So I'm just about, I just spent like 10 minutes on this. I'm like, oh, this design looks cool. So I'm going up to the top to put my text in and I click it and somebody hit a notification and I click it and it erased everything. And I was like, and I cursed at the person that sent me the message.
MC didn't mean it.
Damn you, Rumble One photos. I don't need to see.
No, it wasn't you. I was like, what is this shit? No,
sorry.
So, no. It wasn't you. And then it wasn't even the other person's fault. I was just like, click wrong place, wrong time. And then the second thing was so you know how I write a lot of stuff down. Mm-hmm. And I think I was highlighting something and it selected all. And I'm like, oh crap. And so I clicked it to do something. It erased like I'm not gonna it erased like a year of notes.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, I almost took the. You seen those videos where the guy is punching the TV from the Dallas Cowboy game? There's like 8 of them going around. They were showing the playoffs and they lost, and some guy punches his liquid crystal display TV. Do they even make those anymore? And he's like punching it, and then it falls to the ground. He's kicking it. One guy I saw took a gun out and was like, but I almost did that to the phone. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. It's like a year of work just gone.
Well, you know, if it's an iPhone, you just shake it and it does undo.
Get out of here.
You didn't know that?
No way.
iPhone has a built-in undo feature. You shake it.
What's the expiration date on that? Can I go back and do it?
Yeah.
You got a time machine?
Yeah.
I always wondered what, like, there wasn't an undo button. And I'm like, that sucks. What if you're typing
shake
something?
It. Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
It's like those videos you watch and they're like, you've been doing it wrong the whole time. Your whole life you've been doing it wrong.
Yeah.
It sucks, man. Yeah. Oh man, that happened to me once with so I keep reliving this moment. So it was Toys Fair in 2019. I was with Rodden and we were in a hotel and I'm just sitting there typing out everything. And he's like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I'm typing out all my thoughts so I can put it in this video because I was going to do a wrap up and everything like that. And he's like, oh, yeah. So he leaves the room and then I'm sitting there typing. I don't know what I did. I threw the phone on the bed or something like that. I come back, it was all gone. And then I was doing the video that all got erased and everything too. And I was so pissed. And now I'm thinking back, I could have just shaken my iPhone.
Shake your iPhone. Undo.
What did you get? Hold on a second. This one kind of went off the rails, like with the Eddy thing. I was just happy to open it. I know we went everywhere. What items did you get with the mini envelope that came with Eddy? I've seen different color envelopes. Yeah. You got a red one? I got a red one too.
I got a green.
I got a red one. Yeah, so for now, there's only... You see me? I was like... There's red, there's black, and there's green. I've been trying to build those green ones, but that's all they have for right now. I like these a lot better than the gold. You remember how everybody was like, "Whoa, man, they're not giving us the free gifts anymore." I think we even talked about it.
Remember when the pink and the blue ones came out? How the world went nuts. Pink and blue grubs.
Yeah. I bought a gold one from somebody.
Oof.
Yeah. I heard that they were limited. And so I was like, oh, and this person had a gold one and I bought it from them.
Was it the guy that sold it to you? It's like limited edition.
No, he didn't. I reached out to him. I said, "Hey, how much?" He told me, and I went, "All right." And I bought it. And then all of a sudden, everybody's like, "I got a gold one. I got a gold one," because they've had those other figures and stuff like that. Like they've given out the Mezits were like a gold one, a platinum one, and stuff like that. So red is the only one that I don't have. I got yours. I'm holding for you too, MC.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. You guys got the whole set. I'm just happy to finally get one.
Well, you should be getting some with these orders and stuff like that too. So.
Let's hope, right? Yeah. Let's hope. There's no shortage of orders coming in. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So last one,
and that box of Eddy stuff. There's so much stuff to go through in that package.
Nice. Last one, since we're look at all that, dude. There's like so much in this thing.
Yeah.
You ever look at a figure and think to yourself, like, in a year's time or 2 years' time, you know, when people start playing with it and start just showing and stuff like that, you're like, people are gonna be kicking themselves for missing it.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad that they sealed this because, good God, can you imagine dropping, like, if this was open and it dropped all on the floor?
Yeah.
Like you got a little baggie of meth there.
Mm-hmm. Got to keep that away from falling.
Oh, recognize that, would you, MC?
Do work in medicine.
Yeah.
I've seen the clientele come through the ER once or twice.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I haven't seen them around. Sure. I have a bunch of them, classy, man. I've been collecting them. So I guess since we were talking about this already, kind of with this, but last topic, because we're actually doing good on time. Because I only had a foot rub.
You owe her more than that, dude.
Yeah.
She. I already figured that out.
Yeah, she went all out, man.
We speak in measurements, yeah.
Yeah.
Centimeter rub just doesn't have the same ring to it.
Exactly. We don't need a slide for this. So, modern figures. Since we were talking about this and Eddy and how you can take stuff off of him a little bit easier and sorry. What is this thing you sent me? Sidetrack. See how sidetracked I get? Yeah.
There's some Jinko jeans that fit a whole family of 5 in the pant.
You're not fitting anything in these, man.
No, they're spray painted on.
Yeah, I don't do this stuff, man. If I can't sit down in jeans, it's not worth it.
Look like you're smuggling plums.
Yeah, man. It's like, why do you have cancer on your leg? Your calf?
Baby's arm?
This thing is nice, bro. Look at this, got the little things on it. Anyway, stop gushing. So this kind of started with the like the glow in the dark skulls. There was a couple people when they first got them, they started painting them and everything. I'll try not to get too distracted. But that's where it kind of started with me, like those skulls and everything, and started painting stuff and everything else like that. And it's cool to see people moving out of their comfort zone because you'll see people, they'll start painting heads and also weapons and stuff like that now. And it seems like we talked about with the shoe thing, people are starting to get a little bit more comfortable, with doing some of that stuff. Even Sod Cutter. People were taking stuff off of him and this can branch off into a couple conversations, but you know how like everybody was saying that the elbows they didn't have stability, so they would swap them out. Like I said a couple of years ago, unless you were a customizer, you wouldn't see regular people doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one thing that I saw was like rumbling group was like people were talking about prices and how this is the conversation. So you know how like when you get the figure and its price point at a certain point, and when people start taking the figure and they're modifying it themselves, and I guess it's more based off of like a personal aesthetic or a personal preference. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you think that that in itself makes the collecting experience better? Because you're actually there, I found it. So a company price points something out. And we all know that people have different preferences. No matter what, you're never going to have a perfect figure. Somebody's always going to say that should have a double joint or whatever, right? So company puts out something, right? And you actually have the ability to make it and people feeling more comfortable customizing stuff, but you can do it to the way you want it. Do you think that that enhances the collecting experience? I found it. There you go. Sometimes it takes a little bit.
Yeah. You know, I think the cool thing about the customizing and things like that is it kind of gives you the ability to kind of make that figure your own.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I think it's a little bit more of an attachment to it. I can't personally think of a figure that I've ever modded because, like I said, I am terrified of the potential of ruining something. But, you know, I was talking to you the other day about I had seen that mod about the ankles for Vapor to be able to change the shoes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I strongly considered it. And then once again, I chickened out because, like I said, I don't want to mess my Vapor up. But I think it's fantastic, those type of things that you can do. And the access that we have to those type of stuff with the joints and things and stuff that you can buy to do this stuff, it's pretty amazing. You get it right on Amazon.
You like the little tail on that?
Yeah.
That's what I know. I didn't want to ruin it for you. That's why I didn't. That was one of my favorite things out of that whole, because you guys know, I did a quick inventory look at everything before I put mine away and then got Sawyer's ready for his birthday. I just want to do a QC check on everything, but that little tail that he's got is details, man, details.
Mm-hmm.
So you just put the bare onesie on over the clothing?
Oh, you gotta take the stuff off of here.
There's a direction sheet that, like, you take the sweatshirt off, I think, and the jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah. You pretty much, like, you're stripping them down. You take the shirt, you take the hoodie off. It even tells you. Oh, what am I doing? It even tells you that you need to unzip the jacket, put the jacket off that certain way. I like the fact that they do this, but it's funny because it's almost like they're saying, you know, this is how you're supposed to do this. Stop breaking the figure or something. Like, you know, with sod cutter, how the elbows, dude. I know it's because I've had experience with these figures and I'm a little bit more, I guess, gentle with them at first, and then I'll just go in on them. But I didn't have any problems with mine, but it's almost like they're sending that stuff out to say, no, yeah, it's a single joint. You got to do this, you got to do that, and I mean, I think it's helpful. Hopefully, it'll cut down on some of that stuff, but I don't know. But Cece, what you were saying about you said it was making it a better experience, or?
Yeah, I think it's another level of how do I say it? You get the opportunity to kind of make it yours. You know, I think I'm a little envious of the people that are able to do it. I'd like to someday, you know, to be able to say, hey, here's my custom, you know, Eddy or whatever it is. I'd love to be able to do that. You know, the closest I ever got was I kind of built a red hood, a Mezco style red hood, ordering the stuff and everything. It didn't turn out exactly the way I wanted to, but you know, I thought it was cool. It was mine. You know, it's the only one like it, right? Like when you do stuff like that, like it becomes a one-off, right?
Yeah.
It's yours.
What about you, MC? What about you? Because you've been doing a bunch of little things.
You want me to talk about? I mean,
that's what this segment's for.
Oh, this is what I could get it.
Huh?
you want me to go get it?
Yeah, you could do that too. I mean, I just meant like in general, but if you want to show something, absolutely.
That thing's fantastic.
All right, I'll be right back. Give me like a minute.
While he's away,
Oh,
because he was talking about it a little bit before. So I'm hoping that Conan, look at that. I like the chain. Where's the chain at, man? There it is.
The chain is awesome.
Oh, look, they give a little bag.
Yeah.
It's like the one on, yeah, so cool. Yeah, so Conan is charged and he's shipping. And so I got a little project that I'm working on.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And so I'm still in the process of finalizing some stuff, but I'm really excited about this project. I think it's going to be really cool. So when he was talking about that earlier, that's what that was about. Ah, nervous too. I don't really get nervous, but this kind of gave me like a little, yeah.
Ready?
I like this
Parachute is impressive.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Let me take this down really quick. Are you ready for your solo?
Oh man! Wow. Oof. So mine is more of a passion project, and I keep bringing up my kid a lot though because it really got me into collecting was my son, and I just remember the first time we took him to see snow because we're Florida people. His goal when we went to North Carolina was to drink hot chocolate on the mountain, have a snowball fight, and see a Yeti. So I know, crazy. So I took this guy and
build it up.
I made this guy.
Ooh.
That thing's freaking sweet, man.
Completely flocked, custom painted the face, the hands, the feet. It's everything. Repainted everything. And now I just have to
show it again. More screen time. Screen time.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry. More Vanna. Trying to, but yeah, I still have to treat the flocking so it doesn't flake off. But it's stripping off the old flocking was a pain in the. It wasn't fun, and it's my first time ever doing this. I had a lot of fun. It's not customizing a Mezco, but well, I mean, it is a Mezco, but not like a lot of you really creative people do. I just repainted and reflocked basically. So I don't know, hard to see, but I painted his eyes. And I guess stuff. Put a lot of different colors of blue on his face and his hands and his feet. I'll post pictures eventually. I wasn't going to really show it yet, but
so this is an exclusive.
Yeah. Well, you guys have seen it, obviously.
Yeah. It's still good, man. It looks really good. I mean, because that's out of your comfort zone, right?
Oh, yeah. Anybody that wants to do it, like I'll post pictures in the group and explain my process. If you guys, it was really hard to take Mosquatch apart. I'm not even going to lie to you guys with heat. And, I did everything. I have a heat gun and they're well constructed. They're built to take a beating. That's for sure. You're not going to just have a leg fall off a Mosquatch. That's for sure. Unless I got a defective one that was built really well. It was, but I want to do one more. I want to do a Sasquatch. I want to do like a brown black kind of blend to give like that classic Bigfoot look. That's my next piece. Captain K. Yeah, that's for my no bloody fur on him. Captain K just asked, I use a water bath. No, I actually I soaked it in isopropyl alcohol, 91% for a long time, like 5 hours, I think 4 hours, something like that. And I just kind of it just kind of peeled off at that point, but it was just getting all the, like when you think you have it all off and then you go to look at it to start painting it, you have more flocking that you got to peel off. So you got to throw back in. And just over and over. So it wasn't. I think they use like a rubber cement because there's like a residual in some spots. So
I've learned about MC is he doesn't have a comfort zone. Like every time this guy says, "Oh, I'm going to try something," right? Like he jumps all the way in the deep end. You remember his first diorama attempt, right? Like he's like, "Oh, I think I'm going to do a little something." It was 2 city blocks, right? He's like, "Oh, I'm just going to try my hand at some brickwork here." He did 2 city blocks, an alley, like, dude, you built the entire block. Whereas most people might have done a wall, maybe a sidewalk in front. He does the street, the alley, fire escape, balcony, custom bum on the street. Like he just goes all out. He sells himself short. I mean, like, "Oh, I'm just going to try it out. We'll see what happens."
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to wing it. It's fine.
Yeah.
It'll work out, man. Yeah.
There's a lot of people that I get a lot of inspiration from in the group, like that, that post their processes. I obviously I grilled you guys a lot. There's other people, like Paige, I blew you up on a lot. Like, what's your measurements for this brick wall? How do you do that? And like ask you, Cory, what's your opinion? Tell me what you think about doing this and this color paint and boba and everybody, like the list goes on and on. I've seen Stephen Morrow posting stuff I've looked at. I mean, there's just so much talent that we can draw from, and I don't know, it's just kind of nice that there's so many people, so many talented people.
It is, man. It's cool. I saw a guy, he posted there was I'll tell you guys offline.
Okay.
I gotta buy it. Well, I want to buy it first before it sells out. You know how like that happens? Like somebody will put it in and then all of a sudden it's like $80. Yeah. I was looking, I was like, oh crap. But yeah, dude, there was who was the oh god. Was it man, the guy that only Herb Shane. Yeah, he's man, he does and he does horror stuff, and he was sharing his process with all this stuff. That's what's so cool about, like you said, the group, man. It's just having guys just kind of share their stuff.
I like that Eddy's a furry.
You did all like when he was showing his stuff, so it wasn't hard, right? I haven't done it yet. I want to take a job.
No, it wasn't hard to take this stuff off. I got his sweatshirt off. His jacket, of course, was easy to come off.
Yeah, yeah, it does. I wanted to have one of those. Man, that's inspiring, man. I think I want to try it now because I wanted to have a Christmas one.
Thanks, Havoc.
Yeah, finally do a Christmas shot. So, yeah, you did, Melvin. Good seeing you, man. Good seeing you here. Oh, yeah. Thanks for sharing. Especially minis. And I'm really praying for her.
This bird suit is really, really well made.
I like the paws, too. Like, you can put the hands in the paws if you want, and it has a little stick. They did a really... I mean, of course they did. It's Mezco.
Yeah. I'm wondering how far they're going to go with this. We got a reindeer suit. We got a bear suit.
Need a rabbit suit come Easter.
Panda.
Oh, it'll be like Christmas Story. You got to do the pink bunny.
That'd be amazing.
I think they have panda next. Hold on. You're going to have to wait, man. Panda. I think that would be cool. Panda. Well, what'd you said? A
bunny.
Bunny. Yeah, that's a good one, too. Can you imagine once you kind of... Oh, yeah, like a T-Rex?
Inflatable. Yeah, the inflatable.
Yeah. Little tiny arms and shit. Can you imagine when you kind of build it up, you'll have like that bank robber kind of thing. You'll have all these animals like
Zootopia. That's pretty clever. Yeah.
Furry bandits strike again.
Yeah, the furry bandits. Yeah. The furry bandits strike again.
It's always working. Sometimes it doesn't execute, but it's always working. This is cool, man. This is the thing I really wanted to see. I wanted to see it because I wanted to know man, look at all that. Look at that, dude. That's insane. That's a lot of stuff, man. I wanted to see this done. No, I don't have to repaint it.
M16 that comes with?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, an M14?
No, this is 16.
Definitely an M14. Definitely an M14.
Shots fired.
It's an M13. I'm 12 and a half. I like this, man. This is cool. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I repainted. That was the first repaint I ever did. Was like Roach with the golden head because I like the 14K, but it's too heavy and it would always make them fall. And so I took one of the regular ones. I bought an extra, and that was the first thing I painted. And then I started painting all of the other ones because the plastic, like kind of like on this chain here, like on his. I know that they're casting it in that. Uh-oh, did I lose you?
No.
Okay.
No, we're listening intently.
I'm sorry. No, we'll just bring it down. But do you know how this is like? This is gold, but you can kind of tell the difference.
Yes.
So like these, I repainted all of them, but they were gold.
So nice.
And I was wondering about this gun too. I think I might do that with this, but it'd be a nice little project, and especially this revolver. I want to do the revolver like that too.
I think I made a joke with you guys. His Eddy's Mr. T starter kit he's got going on there. Those gold chains.
You know, the blue on your Yeti matches Eddy pretty well.
If I'm blue, yeah, but they would be the furries. That's a nice little tie-in with the with the Warriors, like those the baseball guys, the Furies. We need to play this. Every drink pays this. I got an extra. That would be fun. Ooh, God, yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. You have to come out with a hangout drinking game.
Ooh, yeah.
Drink every time MC says quit bitching.
He hasn't done it. Oh, wow, yeah.
No.
He hasn't done it.
No, he's been well behaved.
He has, yeah.
We got all the couple episodes back. We got it all over with.
He got it all out.
Got it all out. Brought the thunder.
Bro, that's all I really had.
What a great toy.
It is, man. It's really
now that you mention that, now he's going to have to be a bank robber now.
Yeah.
In his furry costume. It's perfect.
This is so cool, man.
They'll never recognize me in my costume. It's exactly. It seems like.
I wonder if they're going to do any more. Like, you know, I know they're doing this character. I'm wondering how much more they're going to be able to get out of this, but I'm wondering if they're going to maybe expand and give us another character, Uncle somebody. Bob. Yeah, just something.
Some trashy trailer park hick or something.
Yeah, there's a couple things that I hope that they reveal at Toys Fair. Is they kept alluding to it a while back, but I don't think they've ever really elaborated on it. But like they had this small panel where it said who controls the hive. I keep wondering when they're going to do that.
The Smiths.
The Smiths, yeah. Also, God,
such a cool.
He's distracted. He's got to go out. The character with the thing on his eye. Thank you. I appreciate this. Thank you.
The one eyeball guy?
No, the colorful guy looks like Clan Prince the Joker. I can't believe I'm brain farting right now with this. The white skull with the spade on his eye. Oh God.
Oh, Blackjack, not Blackjack.
Somebody will know in the comments.
One Eye Jack? No. Yeah. Right?
No, something I can't remember.
Where's my Casino Gomez at?
I get that. I can't remember. Damn it.
One Eye Jack, Minnie says.
Yeah, One Eye Jack.
Thank
you, Minnie's. Congratulations.
Not just the obvious answers that elude us, right?
I know, right?
What is that one-eyed guy's name? It's one-eyed.
You know that Jack, that Jack off. What's that Jack off?
Obviously, Two-Eyed Willie is obviously his name. The guy with the one eye.
Samsonite.
That was completely off. That was way off. Oh, yay. Minis, these aren't yours, but they're coming soon. Look at that. They're like reliving.
You sent me hers. I thought they looked great.
Don't tell her that.
I'll take a few more photos. I'll send them back so you can get them on the way. But I thought they turned out fantastic.
I did too. I thought so as well.
You, as always, you do great craftsmanship. Great craftsmanship.
I don't know if we should do a Cowboys this year. Should we? Like, should they do a Cowboy this year?
Nah, they got beat.
Yeah, they got beat.
The Cowboys got beat. Yeah.
Let's do a Cowboys Gomez.
All the more reason to do Cowboys this year. Don't wait until you win something. It'll never
only winning figure they're gonna have.
There's always next year. I keep forgetting that. There's always next year. I saw that Stephen Smith rant. Stephen A. Smith, he went on that. He just like laughing for 2 minutes.
Oh man, yeah.
He's like, I told you. Bamboozle.
Bamboozle.
Yeah.
One thing about a Cowboy release, you better buy it the first time around because there isn't going to be a second round.
No, yeah, I don't think so. But that goes into what we talked about with the customizing. It seems like people are so comfortable, like they're making their own, like you said, with Red Hood and stuff like that. People.
Gomez the Kid.
That would be cool. I was talking to somebody about that.
I really hope we get the deadliest one, the deadliest roach or whatever.
We get that. Kung Fu Roach.
Yeah.
He'd sure look awful good in one of those ruined dojo dioramas.
Yeah, who's got that?
I don't know. If only somebody would make one, that'd be awesome to have a figure like that in one of those ruined dojo dioramas.
Boba's getting so much free pub right now.
Something with some really nice lights.
I already messaged him. I said, whatever you got building next, I want first crack.
Yeah, you get to write. You're right. Yeah. I get to write to refuse. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this segment is brought to you by Taco Bell.
Yeah. Are they back?
No, they're not. Roach with no name.
That's a good name. I like that, Jarrell.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, that's a really good one. Jarrell's had some really great photos, man, in the group, man. Thank you for posting all your stuff, man.
Gomez Cassidy. And the Grub Kid.
Young Guns.
Young Guns. I watched that.
Such a great movie.
Yeah.
That is
one or two. One or two is better.
One.
Yeah.
One.
Young Guns 2 is pretty good.
Is that the Owlman coming to your house?
What
was that?
That's what it sounded like, didn't it?
Okay. Cory, what's in the curtain behind you?
It's impending doom.
I see some ice in the curtains behind you.
All right. Doom. So, a little bit of wrap up. Yep, be prepared. That stuff's coming. Charging and everything. What else did we talk about in review? Oh, yeah. So, be prepared. Be a couple videos coming out for you guys. That Laurie Brewster, Lord of Tears, Owlman. I'll put that up tomorrow. And then what else did we talk about? Check your charges. Make sure everything is good. That's all I can think of, right? Have fun with your toys.
Be kind.
Yeah, be positive.
Have your Eddie spayed or neutered.
Yeah, have your Bella sprayed or neutered. Be positive. I'm trying to think of anything else. Oh, hey, you want to talk about the exclusive thing? Is that no good or no?
No,
man. You guys want to talk about it? Or no?
Get fired up.
Well, just at the end, if you want to. I was trying to work it in earlier, but I think
he's gonna take that to the green room. He's gonna flip over chairs.
Is it? No. do you guys want to talk about it or no? You want to talk about it in a minute or no?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Do you guys want to talk about it or no? No?
Cory?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it an awful lot. Like, I can't imagine what to expect though. He said, I
think
if I had to pick one thing I'd be looking forward to the most, I suppose it would be the deadliest roach, I guess, I would look forward to the most. I have a feeling he's not ready yet, though.
Yeah, I wonder if that's just a concept.
Right.
Yeah. I was meaning in the conversation had about like exclusive, like what's exclusive, what Were you guys talking about that earlier or no? Or
no.
Is that no?
I remember Cory mentioned something about exclusives versus Was it exclusives versus like what is it? Exclusivity versus rarity, or how was it worded in our chat?
Oh, exclusive doesn't mean limited.
There we go. That's it. Do it, Cory.
Is that something you guys want to talk about, or no? You want to end it off on that, or do you guys just want to know, or what do you guys want to do?
I want to see the wild card go wild.
All right, let's hear it.
Me?
Fuck it, let's go. Let's go. Hold the dice, go. Shoot it, go.
I don't know. You know.
No.
Yeah, it's all positive. It's all positive. I think we got a lot of that stuff out earlier today. I vented already today, so we're good.
Got it.
We got it out.
All right, good. All right. What is this? Deadliest? Is he a crabfish? I don't know.
Oh, the world's deadliest catch.
Yeah. What is this? Whole thing for the Ultra 7 Common Rider. I've seen a bunch of people making Common Riders. I'm actually surprised that hasn't kind of creeped into there. You know, with kind of the influence part of it.
I know somebody that makes those.
Yeah, I'm surprised that hasn't. You know, maybe just in past. Is that a license? Is that something they could do?
Maybe that's sitting on somebody's desk. Things to make.
I'm pretty sure there's a long list of stuff that could probably do, especially with some of the things that they have and what they've been implementing and stuff like that. Like I'm telling people, man, diversifying your stuff. Like I know it's soft goods and it's cool and everything like that, but when they start doing light up features, they start experimenting with these other materials and stuff like that. And you're just trying to like make the line more appealing, like you said, have it be diverse and give people options. Like you said, CC, not everybody needs to buy every single thing, but
yeah,
you're appealing to a mass audience. You're not personalizing some of these things for people. I think a lot of people think that you're like, yeah, I don't like that, so it shouldn't be made. It's like, nah, man.
You mean?
I am curious to see the next figure that kind of takes advantage of the technology from the light up feature with side cutter with the eyes and stuff. Mm-hmm. Since it's so much more improved, I'm waiting to see how they utilize that later on.
Yeah. Well, what would be one that you'd want to see them try to do that or try to implement it?
Is there like another Marvel figure or something like that that would need a light up eye feature or anything? It's got to be something. Even if it's another Rumble Society figure, somebody with some type of a light up feature. I can't imagine that they went through all of that engineering just to use it once and be done. You know what I mean? I'm sure it's going to be used for something else. All the neck articulation, everything's still available.
Like somebody that like spits fire or something and it lights up to give it that illuminating glow out of the mouth, or like I don't know, just spitballing here.
I'd love to see them put it with Superman.
Is Superman coming with light up eyes?
I think so, but I'd like to see that with that because you would have that head and neck articulation and you'd still have that light up feature. I feel like the light up features with them engineering wise has gotten better, but then also I remember when they first started doing it and I used to think it was because of the batteries, but I just think it was because of the wiring and the actual light that they were using, but they would flicker and they wouldn't last that long. Or like, you remember how MCU said that you would have to hit the toggle button and hold it?
Mm-hmm.
And they've kind of come away from that. Now you can just have hands on. And I've noticed the light up features, they last longer. And so putting it in Superman and having like, I-beam effects and stuff like that, being able to light that stuff. Darkseid was one where he came with the plugins, but even when you use the light feature in the eyes, it would only go to maybe like the first cut. So you're not really, I know it's a hard engineering feat. Everything's different, but I always wondered what that would look like if the light was more powerful and if it was able to last longer.
Those what are they called? Like little, like fairy lights. Like the little LED strings that are like super thin. They were like 3 bulbs into that or 2 or whatever, at each turn, and because it's just a little tiny wire, and have it build the plastic around. I know that's a lot of engineering, but that could have worked.
Yeah.
I take a light up by storm when they get this female buck down.
Oh yeah. There's a bunch of things you could do. Like you know how like Batman has that detective mode. You could do it with a bunch of stuff. There's characters that I think it's cool. Just so I wanted to show you this really quick. Hold on a second. I'm trying to find it. And it's funny that you said that because I actually did it because I couldn't figure out a way to do it.
Iron Man.
Iron Man's a good one too, but they got that new one coming out. I really want to see War Machine. Where's that? But I think that would really. It's not popping up, is it? No. Where am I at? You can't even find your own name. There's just this bunch of like characters that you could do with that kind of stuff that would green. Where's it at?
Cyborg.
That's man. It's a little bit of a letdown that they didn't that movie run didn't go and Mezco didn't have a chance to try to tackle it.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like you're not going to be able to complete that team unless you just put the Mafex version in there.
They could do if they get deep enough into the Spider-Man line, could do Electro and have different parts light up as well. Throw like a yellow flicker through his body.
Yeah. Are you serious?
I mean, I know I'm throwing a lot of engineering.
Yeah. I know a lot of people think it's easy, but think about it too. Like you're up there, just boom, got it. Like how people think that so I can do it. It should be easy for them to do it. It's like, no, that wouldn't work like that. This is a good one too. Hey Craig. Oh yeah, Craig was another guy that got his bishop today.
Oh really?
Oh, there he says bishop is cool.
Nice. Can't wait to see.
This is a very good idea.
Oh, Riddick. Yeah.
They have a new movie coming out.
Is Vin Diesel in it?
Yes. He's talking to he's in, and David Tui's going to be coming back to redo it too. I saw the thing on it.
Fast 11, Riddick rules.
Family.
Yeah.
Family. I wonder how long they're going to keep that going.
It's a pretty successful franchise.
Yeah.
I don't think I've watched one since number 2.
I'm with you, man.
In all honesty, I haven't seen any of the new Fast and Furious. None of them. I'm pretty sure the Tokyo Drift was the last one I watched. Which one was that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It won't let me enlarge it. Well, I didn't like my own stuff. I don't do that stuff. All right. So you see this?
Where's that?
So I took this picture. I built this like set. It was a scene from It. Stop it. It was a scene from It, and so there's this part. It's from the first one, and when Mikey goes and he's down, he's going near, I guess, where his dad works or something like that, the meat section or something. Doors open up, and he sees Pennywise standing in the freezer. And I kept thinking to myself, how do I light up his eyes? I don't know how to do it. And that would have been a cool character to have too. But what I did was, took like fairy lights, like you just said. And dude, it's so funny. I'll show you the behind the scenes. But I put, fairy lights on his eyes, and you can't see it because I have all this grimy. This is just plastic, and I painted it. But I had to paint it where you couldn't see the fairy lights, and I sticky tacked it onto his eyes, and I just lit them up. And the other ones behind him, I had to paint them black so they wouldn't shine. Probably would have been better if I did let them shine and give them like rim light from the back. But anyway, but characters like that would be cool. Like you just have these eye characters. But when you said the fairy lights, that's what reminded me of that.
Nice shot, Paige.
Thank you, man. I don't do them any.
You don't, and you need to do more.
On
top of everything else.
I know. Right? There's just never enough time.
You got plenty of time. You got plenty of time.
Yeah, you ain't doing
yeah. I'm not laying pipe or anything.
Yeah.
When that happened today, I had to show you guys.
That was crazy. So big.
Exactly. It just goes everywhere. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I was like, and then I told Ann. Well, when I was done, I told Ann. I told her when because she just got off work, and so I'm out there, and I was like, Ann, come take a look at this. And she's like, oh my God. I go, exactly. I go, I don't know how I'm gonna get rid of this.
I saw the beginning of that movie, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Isn't it wrong?
Yeah. No. Yeah, and then she turns around. She's like, you take care of it yourself.
I'm gonna get rid of this.
Yeah.
Let me help you get rid of it.
No, she didn't. She turned around. She said, you're gonna have to just deal with it yourself. And I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
Rub these feet.
Oh, yeah. I like insight.
Whatever everyone's thinking, you'd be right.
Yeah. All right, well. Oh, yeah. All right, we hit time. Well, this is a lot of fun, man. We got to do play parties more. Like, just have it, we just do that kind of stuff. That'd be cool. This is badass. I love this thing.
So much stuff to choose from. There won't be any shortage of figures to play with moving forward.
No, there won't, man. Jeez. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to that Conan and that Bishop coming out. Craig said he liked it a lot, so that's cool.
Can't wait to see what Craig does with that.
Man, he and Joey, they really got into they upgraded some of their stuff, but then they've just been taking a lot of shots. Joey's been doing a bunch of shots.
Yeah. So. Both putting out some great work.
I didn't mean to keep this up. Sorry.
Hey, Craig, look what I did.
What did you do? I'm sorry, I'm not looking.
Craig just got
Polaroid.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is cool. I am gonna get off so I can rub her feet.
Yeah.
I think it was well earned, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Why don't you take some footage with that?
Oh, with the thing? Yeah. I'm really looking forward to it. I need to figure out if you need a license for it, though, right? Do you?
So you need a soundtrack for that?
Director's license? I mean, you're gonna make some new nice footage, like different angles.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, so cool.
You don't need a license for that page, by the way.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Do you have to take like a
nope,
like class or anything? No?
Nope.
Yeah, that's cool.
You're good. Bro. You just can't. We'll talk off.
Okay.
No, we don't want to bore him with your extracurriculars. What pays the bills?
I think he's almost done.
Keeps the lights on in the studio.
Yeah. All right, so we check out. Hey, thanks everybody for stopping by, coming by, hanging out with us. Appreciate 2Coreys for coming on.
Appreciate you having us, man.
Yeah, thank you. Please, thank you.
Always.
You guys got anything? Last words?
No, sir.
Happy birthday to my amazing, tolerant wife, and my clone. So that's it.
Happy birthday, Sawyer.
Happy birthday,
Mrs. C. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. And like I said, I'll make sure I put that video up. I'll screen record it tonight, and then. Oh, I didn't do the pause before. Anyway, but yeah, that stuff will be up there. And then everybody get ready. Toys Fair is coming. More stuff's coming.
Need the Ted DiBiase theme right now. Money, 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 money.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I just got scared when I was giving you guys those totals. I was like this. I was like, man.
It's gonna start doing the math in your head, didn't you?
I did.
Times 4. Got 6 of these. 7 of those.
You know what else I thought of really quick? The Nautilus crew's coming out and the Barbarian, the Conan the Conqueror, and they had the Barbarian booster pack. I was sitting there trying to think of, do you want to pull that up? Let's just do it just for fun. I was thinking to myself, they only give you 2 heads, right?
Mhm.
And I was going through, I did talk about this with Jim offline, but we were sitting there, we were playing the match game and trying to think of Naughty Crew.
NUGHTI.
Why is that film coming up?
Don't look at a search bar.
Right. I
P.
think a better question is, why have you seen it before?
Yeah. Don't type P in a search bar ever. PO.
P. Where's it at? Stupid. Why isn't this working, bro? It's raining here.
It rained here like an hour ago. Pretty hard.
Oh, you guys got to deal with a little rain, do you?
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, my heart goes out for you.
Upgrade list. Upgrade list. One thing is to get another monitor, and the next thing will be to get a microphone. Note to self. Can you see that?
Yep.
Yes.
Other note to self. Figure out a way not to keep saying. Can you see that? So these heads. There you go. This one. The skin tone would match.
Mm-hmm.
So you got the Conan the Conqueror, right? And they give you the Barbarian booster. So you got this head that'll match skin tone wise, and then I don't know about this one. I mean, it probably would, right? I was thinking that I have a friend. He looks just like this guy. That may work too, right? You think?
Yeah, it's kind of like a tattoo on the side of his face from the looks of it.
Again, I'm just justifying my multiple purchase. It's
Mhm.
Bokeem Woodbine. Look, it's Bokeem Woodbine.
So what you're saying is you
no!
need 3 more Conans, is what you're saying, right?
Oh, did you see the computer go off? It's gone.
Oh no.
That's the subtle cue for me to leave. But anyway, yeah. So Nautilus kit. I mean, the Nautilus crew. You'll be able to take some of those heads. There you go. Boom. Anyway, my computer died. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot,
Fun.
fellas.
Always fun, guys.
Thank you.
Everybody, have a great night. Thanks for watching. And remember, they're just toys. So have fun. There you go. Later. Pause for dramatic effect.